And number one, played 117 times.
What?
Top 0.005% of listeners worldwide.
Hey guys, we're here today to talk about our favorite music of 2024. So the way this will go is we're going to count down our top 15 songs, and then we're going to do our top 10 albums, and then we'll kind of talk about our Spotify Wrapped. I know it's kind of old news by now, but you're going to get it anyway. So the way this will work is I'll be listing my favorite songs and albums that came out this year, 2024, whereas Molly will list off her favorite songs and albums that she reacted to in 2024. So
makes more sense.
Yeah.
Then we will get to her Spotify Wrapped.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my mom's Spotify Wrapped.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know we were doing that. Okay, well, I think we should just get started.
Get right into it.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So number 15, I have Ratata by Tyler, the Creator. At 14, I have I'll Be Right There by JPEG Mafia. At 13, I have Sticks and Stones by J. Cole.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you haven't heard that.
I haven't heard that.
Okay. 11, I have Grindstone by Mavi. At 10, I have Daydreaming by No Worries, which is Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. Number 9, I have Blue Slides by Schoolboy Q. Number 8, I have This Man by Common and P-Rock. At number 7, I have Future, Metro Boomin, Playboy Cardi, and Travis Scott. Type shit. Yeah. Number 6, I have 30 Girlfriends by Freddie Gibbs. Number 5, I have Luther, Kendrick Lamar, and SZA. Number 4, I have The Weeknd, featuring Playboy Cardi, Timeless. At number 3, I have a song called Slip by Kenny Mason, featuring Toro et Moi. Number 2 is my boy A$AP Rocky, featuring Jessica Pratt, Hijack. And my number 1 song this year, Euphoria. Sorry, guys.
My top 15 songs of 2024.
This is exciting because I don't know.
Again, this is not released in 2024. This is, we reacted to them in 2024. I'm so sorry if anyone is disappointed by my picks. I was going to limit it to 1 per artist, but I couldn't do that. So then I said 2 per artist, and we had to move it from 10 to 15. Then I made my list on Spotify, and I had my 15. Then I remembered 1 is no longer on Spotify.
Oh, 7-minute drill.
So I have to have a joint 15.
Okay.
So this could be recency bias. My joint 15 is Wait by Doechii and Everything by Nas, Kanye West,
wow.
and The Dream. Wow, what song. 14, Ratata, Tyler, the Creator. 13, Off the Grid,
Oh,
Kanye West.
wow.
12, Don't Front, Joey Badass. 11, Woods, Mac Miller. 10, Drugs, You Should Try It. 9, Hijack, A$AP Rocky and Jessica Pratt. 8, Agony,
Wow.
Young Lean. 7, Palace, A$AP Rocky.
Wow. Okay.
6, Bass Jam,
Okay.
5, Come Back to Earth,
Wow.
Mac Miller.
Okay.
I had to pick 1 to represent the whole album because I only have 2.
Okay.
Max of 2 from 1 artist. 4, EXO/The Host by The Weeknd. Wow, fucking song.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
3, again, I had to choose from several songs because I'm limited to 2 songs per artist. So this could have been a variety of songs. I picked DNA by Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
That could have been United in Grief, could have been Count Me Out, could have been many things, but DNA I listen to all the time.
Yeah, you do.
2, God Loves You. Daddy Burnett, JPEG Mafia.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And 1, Euphoria.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great list.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So you want to talk about your list a little bit?
Okay, sure. Wow, sorry, I was blown away by your list. Yeah, for my list, it's just pretty much just what I played the most. I don't know. I didn't really think too hard about it. I just kind of looked and like what song would I play right now, and like which one of these would I listen to over this one, that one. Yeah, Euphoria is number 1. I think for many reasons. It represents probably one of the biggest moments in hip hop. The beef, obviously. and just to be there like in real time, like for you to be there in real time was pretty hilarious.
It was, wow, that's one of my favorite things that happened this year.
Right.
Not just Euphoria, but that was one of my favorite things.
Yeah,
but
no, it
Beef
was.
as a whole.
Yeah.
To be part of that conversation and watch it unfold in real time.
Yeah, and it was just kind of fun to just like the suspense, like, oh shit, when are they gonna drop? And then when they did, and then you and I would be like, oh, we can't listen to it right now. The whole world is going crazy. We have to delete
social media so we can't see anyone talking.
And then we'd have to film it, and like, I was just for that alone.
Yeah.
And I think, this is my favorite song from the Beef, personally.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. Honestly, it's wow. There are so many lines. Like every line is quotable. The way he says them. Yeah. There's so many different parts.
The tone of his,
all of these different sentences.
Push your teeth.
Yeah, exactly. his like intonation.
Yeah.
There's so much that's like satisfying to my brain when I hear it. It like tickles your brain. It's so good.
And also it's just like, it's part of culture now. Yeah. Like some of these quotes, right? Yeah. So I had Hijack by ASAP. That was number one for a while. But I felt like Euphoria just kind of represented the year a bit more.
Right, just the whole year.
It's more of a timestamp than anything.
Yeah.
Slip by Kenny Mason and Torre Moi. It's just kind of like a...
Is that the one you play in the car?
Yeah, like
that's
atmospheric.
A banger. Yeah.
Atmospheric kind of like, I don't want to say rock, kind of rock.
It's just a
rock / trap.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Timeless. The Weeknd, Playboy Cardi, of course.
That was
it's a banger. Pharrell.
For me.
Luther, of course, with SZA. 30 Girlfriends by Freddie Gibbs. I want to cover that album, hopefully. That's a really great album.
Is it? We watch his Tiny Desk.
Yeah, I play it in the background sometimes.
Okay.
Type Shit, of course. I had to put some bangers in here.
So good.
Type Shit. You haven't heard these ones? This Man by Common and Pete Rock. That's a really good one. Blue Slides by Schoolboy Q. I just like the piano. Reminds me of Christmas a little bit.
Oh.
Daydreaming by No Worries. Again, that's Anderson .Paak with Knowledge. More of an R&B, slower track with a guitar solo. You know, me and my guitar solos.
You love guitar solos.
Grindstone by Mavi. Again, it has like pianos that kind of sound like Christmas to me. Sticks and Stones by J. Cole. I just really like it. I like, he worked with Alchemist on that one.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I wasn't the greatest fan of the mixtape, sadly, but there were definitely some good songs on there that I kept. I'll Be Right There by JPEG Mafia. And Ratata by Tyler. I think that's my favorite song on the album.
So good, yeah. When he says, and those women.
And that one had the most replay value for me.
Yeah.
That track for sure. So you had some bangers on yours.
The same as you said about Euphoria. Just the whole Beef, but Euphoria, definitely. Wow, what a song. God Loves You. Oh my God. It's so catchy. It's just all over the place. I don't know how it's so catchy. Wow. Like I said, DNA could have been so many different things. Yeah. That was really hard for me actually too. I didn't want to have like a whole list of Kendrick Lamar and Danny Brown.
Because you had like 2 or 3 albums to choose from, right?
Yeah, because we did
Mr. Morale,
Damn, Mr. Morale and GNX this year. And the Beef.
And the Heart series.
Yeah, exactly.
You play DNA the most, I think.
I play at the gym all the time. AXO / the host. Now, I don't want to sound like a weirdo. It was between that and Initiation.
Diabolical.
They are such bangers. Yeah. But EXO / the host, 2-part song, both parts, immaculate.
Right.
The vibe of that, just amazing. The mixing, the production, that whole album, absolutely spectacular. I had Mac Miller in there and Danny Brown, bass jam. Yeah. Both remind me of my mom. My mom loves Mac Miller, as I've said so many times, but she really liked Bass Jam by Danny Brown just because it was talking about all the old singers. And then on her birthday, she had me make her like a Bass Jam playlist of like songs that she would listen to when I was little.
Nice.
Got Palace and Hijack in there. Wow. A$AP Rocky. Yeah. Palace, the start of that, where it sounds like it's something like dropping down to earth, and then it just goes into
it. Arrival.
Oh my God, what a song. And Hijack as well. Wow. It was hard to choose 2 A$AP Rocky songs. Yeah. Agony. Yeah. The first of 2 songs I've cried to on the channel. That song, gets to me. If I need to cry, I listen to that song. Wow. Yeah. Wow. It makes me cry every time. Drugs, you should try it.
Oh, amazing track, bro.
Wow. Yeah. And a lot of people were like, oh my God, I can't wait till she hears Drugs, you should try it. And I was blown away when I heard it. But the more I listen to it, the better it gets. It gets better every single time you listen to it.
Yeah, if that was an option to put it on the list, I would have. Yeah. But technically, it was released 10 years ago. Yeah. But I definitely would have had that on.
I would have let you cheat there and put it in there. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Woods, I had to have some
Yeah.
circles representation. I think.
That's my favorite Mac Miller song, I think.
Oh, of all time.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a very nice kind of, just the atmosphere, the night kind of night.
For me, it's like Night Drive.
Yeah. And then at the end, the ascension reminds me so much of swimming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Off the Grid.
Insanity.
I also considered Only One. I thought that was such a nice song.
Yeah.
And there were some from Life of Pablo I considered.
Right.
Sorry, I forgot Don't Front, Joey Badass.
Right. Wow, that was a surprise pick.
That whole mixtape, I think, is just so good, so feel good, just a nice, really nice vibe. And that song in particular, I loved the marijuana, the whole verse.
That's crazy that it's gone from Spotify.
I think it must be sample clearance.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just not there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very sad. Ratata, I think that's my favorite song from
Me too.
Yeah, it's so good. And then we did Dochi on Patreon.
Which one did you pick again?
Wait.
Wow, okay.
So it was between Bloom and Wait. They're both beside each other.
Yeah.
I really love Bloom, but it's very short. And a lot of it is like the talking at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then Wait. I just really like the sentiment about like having a lot on your plate and like stop trying to take on so many things. Just focus on what's on your plate right now. I could relate to that a lot. Then Everything. I love the melody on Everything. Like with Kanye West and The Dream. I love the production. I love the atmosphere. The like female vocal haunting. And then Nas just sounds amazing. And I really like the sentiment. So that was my picks.
Amazing.
When I was going through it, it's like it's difficult. Like we did so many amazing albums with so many amazing songs.
Yeah.
So to pick 15 from probably hundreds.
Okay. So
albums.
we're gonna do 10 albums. So these are 10 of my favorite hip hop albums of 2024. I do want to mention a couple of albums that I listened to that aren't hip hop. Miggy, Two Star, and The Dream Police. I think you would like that. And the other album is by Fortet called 3. These two albums I played quite a bit out of all the non hip hop and R&B albums that I listened to. Anyway, here's the top 10 albums. Number 10, Chromacopia. Number 9, We Don't Trust You. Future and Metro. Number 8, I got Dochi.
Oh.
Alligator Bites Never Heal. Number 7, I have Kenny Mason. Angel Eyes. So he's released 2 mixtapes this year and that's the one I picked. Number 6, Common and Pete Rock. Auditorium Volume 1. Number 5, Schoolboy Q. Blue Lips. Number 4, I have GNX. Kendrick Lamar. At number 3, I have You Only Die Once by Freddie Gibbs. At number 2, I have Dark Times by Vince Staples. And my number 1 album of 2024 is Lupe Fiasco Samurai.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It was hard for me to pick these albums. 2024 I think was pretty strong.
For music. Yeah.
For music, for hip hop especially.
Yeah.
There were a lot of albums. I had to leave out JPEG Mafia, Makami. I left out Arm & Hammer on purpose. That's that B-side album, the vinyl only release.
Yeah.
That would have been up there, but I want to be fair to...
Didn't want to be pretentious.
Yeah, I'm very pretentious. So. But yeah, I had Lupe as number 1. If you guys haven't seen my favorite 50 hip-hop videos, video, you should check it out. I talked about Samurai in that one. Yeah, it's the album that I play the most. I mean, I played it pretty much every day when it came out. And it's my favorite Lupe album. Vince Staples' Dark Times. It's just a very consistent album that I just really enjoyed. Again, I played that throughout the whole year. So like these were released earlier in the year. Freddie Gibbs, this one was released like in October, I believe. It's my favorite like non-Alchemist, non-Madlib album by him. GNX at number 4. I think maybe if it sat there for longer, it might have been higher. I think I only penalize that because I felt like the difference between his best song and my least favorite song on it was kind of great. Whereas some of these other albums they're a bit more consistent with each other.
Yeah.
Not saying that a lot of them were whack or anything. There were a couple that I just kind of skipped around. Whereas the other 3 albums, I don't press the fast forward button. Schoolboy Q, that was a long time favorite of mine this year until a slew of others just kind of came. Common and Pete Rock, that's one of my favorite Common albums. Kenny Mason, that one was pretty recent as well, but the replay value on that is pretty high. Dochi, obviously, Future and Metro Boomin, I played that quite a bit when it came out as well, just to get turned in the car. And then obviously Tyler is most vulnerable, most self-aware. That's my list for 2024.
Are you ready for my list?
Yeah.
This was very difficult as well. And there are a lot of albums I wanted to include that I did not include. This is from decades of music.
Yeah, that's true.
We did a video, don't know if you've seen it, my 5 favorite hip hop albums that we have reacted to. Those are not included in this list. So those are excluded. A couple of them would have been in this list, but it's not fair.
Okay.
So my favorite albums / mixtapes that we have reacted to this year.
Okay.
10, Chromacopia.
Okay.
9, Alligator Bites Never Heal.
Nice.
Dochi.
Nice.
Yeah. Again, could be recency bias, but 8, Utopia.
Whoa.
7, 1999, Joey Badass. 6, Food, MF Doom.
Wow. I did not see that code.
5, Echoes of Silence, The Weeknd.
Not surprising at all.
4, Circles, Mac Miller.
Wow.
Swimming would have been in there. But
Okay.
spoke
Okay.
about it already in
Right,
the other
right,
video.
right.
3, 40,
Oh, okay. Wow.
Danny Brown. 2, Live Love ASAP. That was a
Amazing.
difficult one.
Amazing.
I went back and forward
Yeah.
on what would have been number 2. And number 1, I think you can guess, is Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
I was so impressed by that. I thought the songs themselves were beautiful, but I was so impressed by how vulnerable and mature he was and like reflective, introspective. We said several times how much we appreciate that in an artist. Alligator Bites Never Heal by Dochi. We literally just did that like last week or something.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
It's so much fun, and it was just, she's inspiring, empowering, inspiring, and relatable. It's so nice to hear a woman talk about herself highly and be confident, outwardly confident, and just be badass. Because I said when we did it on Patreon, as a woman, you're generally just told to sit down and shut up. But also to hear, she spoke a lot about like having too much on her plate, having too much to think about. And I relate to that so much, just having too much in your head at once.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
Nice.
wow, loved that. Utopia. This was difficult because we did every Travis Scott album we've covered, we did this year.
Yeah.
So it was difficult for me to choose just one. But Utopia, I just feel like he had everything that he already had, like the production, just wild. But what he was saying meant more
Okay.
and was kind of more mature.
Sure.
1999.
Yeah.
That was just, I absolutely loved that. Like, I just immediately loved that so much. And I just think all of the songs are such a vibe. Love Joey Badass, fantastic actor. We watched Mr. Robot this year. So I already liked him as a person because he was hilarious in Mr. Robot. And then when we listened to it, he's so good. I love that it's new, but it sounds old.
Like a throwback, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Nice.
Food, just so much fun.
Wow.
There were a lot of beats from Special Herbs.
Yes.
So that made it already very familiar to me. But damn, I just think he's just absolutely insane. His wordplay. I also love there's a few songs in there that he uses the sample as part of what he's saying.
Right.
Like
Friends.
Super and Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. He continues a sentence after the sample. I just love that. I just love MF Doom. Echoes of Silence. We did Thursday and Echoes of Silence.
Kissland as well.
Oh yeah, we did Kissland. Yeah. We did that more recently. But Echoes of Silence, I was just blown away when we
You
listened
do play that quite a bit.
I play all the time. I think House of Balloons is still my all-time favorite, but Echoes of Silence is very, very close. So many bangers on that album. Circles, what an album. But
yeah.
sad.
It is.
It's
I can't
hard.
even, it's hard for me to play. Like I'd have to I'd have to select different songs and stuff. But like I said, Woods is my favorite on there. But yeah, listening to it as a whole is kind of tough.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's hard to listen to, but it's so
it's impactful.
so beautiful, so impactful. 2 and 3, Live Love ASAP and 40.
Okay, yeah.
That was difficult, and I feel like I could change those depending on the day.
Sure.
Because 40, I absolutely love. I love Danny Brown so much.
And we saw him this year.
We saw him for the 40 tour, so it's very special to me.
Right.
But that was at the start of the year, and Live Love ASAP was more recent. And I guess that's more my vibe right now. Clams Casino.
Yeah.
What more can I say? Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yeah.
So I had to choose between Damn, Mr. Morale, and GNX, which was very difficult. Just the entire concept, it's so mature, so vulnerable. I just think so important. And I understand why there are people who don't like it, because maybe they're not at a place in their life where they maybe appreciate something like that or want to listen to something like that. The sound of it, because it's more experimental. When we started listening like to United in Grief, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? This is like Kendrick Lamar meets Radiohead. It was insane. And then just the subject matter I just thought was so important. I absolutely love Damn, and I loved GNX, but that's more recent. Whereas Mr. Morale, I've really sat with and had time to really fall in love with it. So
amazing list.
And obviously we did Good Kid, Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly last year. So those were automatically excluded.
I was gonna say yours is probably more difficult because you have more to choose from. They're all like legendary. All these albums and songs are legendary.
There are so many songs and albums I couldn't put on there, but I wish that I could have.
And now we're gonna talk about our Spotify Wrapped.
The big reveal.
Spotify Wrapped.
This was wild.
Then after that we'll explain ourselves. So first of all, when you found your when you saw your Wrapped, did you find that it was accurate in your opinion?
Mostly. There was one that wasn't accurate, but I know why it was in there.
Or accurate to your taste, I guess.
It was very surprising, but we'll get to that.
Mine was pretty accurate. A couple of surprises actually, but they're accurate. I'm just gonna list my top 5 songs on Spotify Wrapped. So number 5 was Get a Hold by A Tribe Called Quest. That came out in 1996. Number 4 is DNA, Kendrick Lamar. Number 3 is Tomib, I think that's how it's pronounced, by Square Pusher. Number 2 is Alberto Balsam by Aphex Twin. And number 1 is number 3 by Aphex Twin.
Damn. What a list. That's a great list.
Why don't you list your songs?
Okay.
And we'll talk about the songs after together.
Okay. This is quite embarrassing.
Okay, let's hear it.
Number 5, Wesley's Theory.
Whoa.
By Kendrick Lamar.
No way.
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised. I'll talk about it after.
Okay.
Number 4, When It Rained, Danny Brown.
Okay, wow.
Number 3, Pneumonia, Danny Brown. Number 2, $25, Danny Brown. And number 1, God Loves You, JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown. Played 117 times.
What?
Top 0.005% of listeners worldwide. How'd you feel about your list?
Yeah, I guess it's accurate. Like, it's funny because like there's certain songs that we play that we don't even think about. Like they're just automatic. So just like
play them in the background.
Like DNA, Kendrick Lamar. I wouldn't say I listened to that song alone. Like
oh, I guess because we put it on.
We put it on in the car.
Yeah,
so Get a Hold by A Tribe Called Quest. I don't know. That's kind of random, but I did listen to it quite a bit. But then the top 3, like number 3, Alberto Balsam and Tomib. Like that's on our like kind of nighttime playlist where we just kind of chill and relax.
Yeah.
I mean, those 3 are 3 of my favorite songs of all time.
Alberto Balsam is like one of the greatest Aphex Twin songs ever. One of the best songs of all time ever.
Exactly. Well, those 3 for me personally. So
that's a great top 3.
So yeah, it'll be there for life, to be honest. Like we play them all the time. So number 3, I mean, it's my favorite meditative track. You guys should check it out. Number 3 by Aphex Twin.
Aphex Twin in general.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We first listened to Danny Brown at the end of last year. So the whole of the start of this year was dedicated to Danny Brown. Which is why 4 of my 5 top songs are Danny Brown. Because then I continued, maybe not as obsessively, but I continued to listen to him.
Which was the other song?
Wesley's Theory.
Oh, Wesley's Theory. Okay.
Yeah. Wesley's Theory by Kendrick Lamar. So that is definitely one of my favorite Kendrick Lamar songs. But maybe it's because we listened to Pimp a Butterfly at the very end of last year.
Yeah.
So that's one that's been kind of constant for this whole year.
Right.
Because it's definitely one of my favorites, but not my favorite. So I was quite surprised that was my most listened to, because I would have thought it would be Euphoria.
Sure.
When It Rained and Pneumonia.
Kind of automatic.
I was surprised that $25 was ahead of them. Pneumonia I listen to all the time. That's like my favorite Danny Brown song. When It Rained, I guess I listen to it in the gym, whereas I listen to Pneumonia less in the gym. But $25, like I love it, but I'm like, where did that come from? Like I guess, but why is it above the others? God Loves You, I cannot stop listening to that. It makes me happy to listen to that. It's just a banger. You can listen to that in so many situations.
Wow.
You can cry to it. You can run to it.
You can cry to it. You can run to it. Yeah. You can party to it.
Timeless.
My top artists. Number 5, I have The Alchemist. Number 4, I have Danny Brown. Number 3, I have Vegan. And number 2, I have Boards of Canada, of course.
Of course.
Number 1, Kendrick Lamar.
Of course.
Yeah.
So my number 5, JPEG Mafia. Number 4, Boards of Canada. Number 3, The Weeknd. Number 2, Kendrick Lamar. And number 1, Danny Brown, obviously. I was in the top 0.01% of listeners of Danny Brown.
Incredible.
So thank you, Danny Brown. How did you feel about yours?
I guess I was a little bit surprised by, well, I know like Danny Brown, I mean, I love Danny Brown. So I listened to Danny Brown outside of the car, for instance, with both of us or whatever. But I feel like it was a bit higher just because we listened to him in the car, especially in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Kendrick, he probably would have been 1 or 2. I was expecting him to be 1 or 2. I think the 1 is because we played him a lot in the car as well. Otherwise, it would have been Boards of Canada. Vegan, I listened to him quite a bit when we were doing like editing and stuff. I don't know why, but I was in the Vegan phase. Also, his songs are short and he has so many that maybe I just don't think about it when I listen to it. It just plays. But I mean, I like Vegan quite a bit. And The Alchemist.
Yeah.
I mean, I listened to a few of his albums quite a bit. Yeah, I'm not super surprised. I guess I am just like, okay, maybe Vegan and Alchemist, but I'm like, okay, well, of course, it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah. And yours?
JPEG Mafia. I really like JPEG Mafia, but the only reason he's in there is because I listened to God Loves You so many times. Scaring the Hose as a whole.
Yeah.
But if not for that, he would not be in here. I think the biggest surprise of this top 5 is Radiohead isn't even in there.
Yeah.
I am consistently in like the top 0.05% of listeners of Radiohead. And this year, they were not even in there.
This is what happens when you listen to rap.
Yeah, I'm addicted. So JPEG Mafia, that should have been Radiohead. But yeah. 4, Boards of Canada. I maybe would have expected them to be 3, but I guess I listen to Boards of Canada on YouTube more often or on your Spotify.
On my Spotify,
Yeah. The Weeknd at number 3. At first I was like, what? Then I was like, okay.
Makes sense.
It makes sense because there are a lot of his songs that I have on repeat.
There are a lot of times where I come home from work and you're listening to The Weeknd, so.
Kendrick Lamar and Danny Brown. I was not sure who was going to be number 1. It makes total sense it's Danny Brown because I really, especially at the start of the year, when I get into an artist, as you know, I really get into them and I listen to them all the time. I did the same with Kendrick Lamar, but Danny Brown had a head start.
He did.
So I didn't know who would be first. Kendrick Lamar was second. They're 2 of my favorite artists of all time.
Amazing.
I was not surprised by them at all. I am most surprised by Radiohead not being in there whatsoever.
It was funny because when we sent this to a friend of mine, Vince, and he was like, look what you've done. Where's Radiohead? Where's Men I Trust?
Exactly. So last year, my top artists: 5, Clowns Casino; 4, Aphex Twin; 3, Mount Fugitive; 2, Boards of Canada; and 1, Radiohead, obviously.
Nice. And mine was a 5, Madlib; 4, Nas; 3, Aphex Twin; 2, MF Doom; and 1, Boards of Canada. So still pretty consistent.
Boards of Canada is a staple.
Yeah.
Because if we don't know what to listen to, we're just chilling out. It's just good background music.
Yeah. Boards of Canada is the soundtrack of life.
Yeah, basically.
My life.
Your life
as well.
Our life.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to know my mom's?
Oh, yeah.
So, for context, my mom watches all of our videos. She's the best. She got to GNX before we did.
That's right.
That's hilarious to me. Number 5, I'm not sure how to pronounce it and I'm not familiar. Jalen Ngonda?
I'm not sure who that is.
I'm not familiar, but okay, great. Number 4, Kendrick Lamar.
What?
Number 3, Frank Ocean.
Wow.
Number 2, Lewis Capaldi. If anyone doesn't know Lewis Capaldi, he's a Scottish singer. He has the voice of an angel. And number 1, can you guess?
Luther.
No? Mac Miller.
Oh, right. Wow.
My mom adores Mac Miller. She's like his biggest fan. She absolutely loves him. So I was not surprised by that.
Wow.
So I'm proud of my mom. She had a great rap this year.
So yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of curious to see 2025 what sort of
What goes down?
What goes down?
Stuff has been going down. Like I feel like stuff is collapsing left and right.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing what the next year holds.
Leave us your rep in the comments.
Yeah.
Roast each other.
Right. Yeah. Just thank you guys again for carrying this channel.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys for your support.
Yeah.
And
it's been a great year.
Yeah, it's been a great year.
Yeah.
You let us know what your favorite songs, your favorite albums, and then hopefully we can get some recommendations in there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, have a great Christmas.
Yeah, have a great Christmas.
And
get some rest.
An amazing new year.
Yeah.
I think we'll see you before then, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
All right. See you in the next video.
Bye.